How's it going, everybody? Rob here, back with another video. And with this one, well, we are going to be doing another video, another episode review of The Boys. This is Words of Wisdom, or no, sorry, Wisdom of the Ages. And where do I even begin with this? So I guess, like, looking at IMDb, the initial description for the episode is Vought News Network is proud to announce its new series, #TruthBomb. Join host Firecracker and her celebrity guests for the live 6-hour premiere as they expose Starlight's... Oh my gosh. And basically, they basically go after Starlight. But yeah, that was basically part of a good chunk of the episode where the network ends up setting up the whole show right across the street from Starlight or Annie's home for children, and or shelter, I should say, her shelter. And unfortunately, things kind of go downhill from there. Huey is kind of doing his own adventure for most of the episode, with him going after, or like at least first trying to get some V for his dad, because he finds out that they're going to be pulling the plug on his father, and he calls A-Train and convinces A-Train through guilt to get him a vial of V, but him and Kimiko are attacked by the terrorist group that she was a part of way back in the day. They do eventually get out, but Huey ends up suffering a couple wounds and some trauma, for that matter. For the whole show that Firecracker is hosting, she starts to reveal certain things that Annie or Starlight have done. For instance, apparently accidentally blinding a hostage to her having a oh my gosh, having a freaking... And I gotta say, this is pretty, like, especially since it's like private information, which it's at this point it's something that Vought's gonna do or use to get their way. Basically, they use the fact that Annie had an abortion to try to defame her. And considering that, you know, at first Starlight has set herself up as kind of being Christian, this rallies up a lot of people, and actually ends up riling up Starlight, who towards the end of the episode proceeds to beat the ever-living shit out of Firecracker. And during this whole situation, another character that was introduced in the first season, this priest superhero that can stretch himself, gets killed by Butcher. We don't know how, but he was basically eviscerated by Butcher. And they don't know how it happened. Now, between all of this going on, Homelander ends up going back to beginning, back to where he began. And he basically goes to the facility where they not only gave birth, basically he was born, where he was created, but also experimented on. And he takes pleasure in torturing these poor people. And even though he wants to try to claim that they're monsters for doing the things to him, towards the end you have the head director of the facility basically calling him out on the fact that, you know, when the moment he was born, he was nothing but a monster. And at any point, I mean, in terms of like trauma, any trauma that he has, he literally could have escaped it at any point. They had no control over him, but he continued to stay there. Towards the end, he kills everybody and leaves the director trapped in one of the rooms, or one of the vaults, I should say, and just leaves. So, fun. But besides that, yeah, that's a pretty screwed up episode. There's quite a few good moments. Like for instance, the when Kimiko and Huey have to fend off against the terrorists. Kimiko kind of gives him this whole like, hey, fight or die, situation. She arms him with a drawer, like a cabinet drawer lid, or like cover, or door, I should say, as a shield, as well as a little knife to use to basically fend himself, and kind of showing him which areas to attack. And he's able to, even though he's not good with combat, he's able to fend for himself towards the end. We do get a little bit of backstory with this one character that keeps popping up. And she has apparently history with Kimiko. Either friends, sisters, I don't know, but either way, it's interesting to hear of, or at least to find out that there's something going on. I'm very curious on what's going on with Butcher, because, like I said, in 1 minute he's basically fighting this guy. He's actually, I should admit, he was about to lose, and this was because they were trying to save Frenchie. He's about to lose, and he just blacks out, and all of a sudden you hear screams, and the entire trailer that this fight took place in is completely and utterly covered in blood, guts, and viscera. So it begs the question, what happened? Oh, all in all, good episode. I will admit that was a good episode. Pretty screwed up in certain points, especially with I would say with like Firecracker and Sage and them basically using Annie's private information to try to get to her. But yeah, pretty good episode. I'm gonna give this an 8 out of 10, honestly. I think it deserves it, and I am looking forward to more. Oh, and actually towards the very end, I should probably mention too, they do manage to get Compound V from A-Train. And at first, before I forget, before I end this video, one last thing I want to add. And again, I apologize. How I do these is very raw. At first, he doesn't give his father the V, but his mom, takes the vial and puts it in the IV for his dad, and his dad wakes up towards the very end of the episode. So yeah, 8 out of 10. Quite a few things, really good, really bad. But I will say, so far this has been keeping my interest. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Truly appreciate it. If you guys can, please like, comment, share, subscribe, all the good stuff. If you guys want to follow us on social media, links are in the description down below, as well as check out our daily content and the weekly podcast. With that being said, this is Novakast signing off. Have a good one. Take care, and I'll see you guys next video.